Too often we wait until the moment we need our dogs to do something before we start trying to train them. We wait until the doorbell rings before we realise that we're supposed to be getting them to sit at the end of the hall. Or we wait until we've encountered a dog on our walk before we realise we should have our clicker and our treats ready and we should be practising walking past other dogs. But footballers don't learn how to pass a ball and then suddenly stop training. They don't wait until match days to practice all the skills that they have learned. They schedule training sessions in between match days so that they can practice these things over and over again. They recreate all different possible scenarios so that they can practice passing the ball in different ways, so that they can practice corners, taking goals, and all of these other things. These aren't things that they just learn and then stop learning. They have to keep on practicing them. If they relied on just doing the stuff on match days, they'd all be pretty rubbish. Of course, some people might argue that's the case anyway, but that's a different argument. For your dog, though, this means we can't rely on them to get things right in the moment that we need them to get them right in. We have to help them and teach them and train them and practice outside of those times. So this means recreating situations like at the front door. Let's practice answering the front door. Let's practice responding to the trigger of the doorbell or the door knock. Let's practice sitting at the end of the hallway and staying there for a long period of time. You know, the kind of amount of time you might need to get to and from the door. Let's practice walking up and down the hallway while our dog is sitting there. We can break that whole experience down into such little tiny sections and practice those over and over again, so that one day when the doorbell does actually ring, our dog has all the skills that they need to draw on to make them better at answering the door in that calm and gentle way that we really want. We shouldn't be waiting until the doorbell rings before we start trying to get our dog organised and get our treats ready and trying to get them at the end of the hall, because they have no idea what we're doing, and it happens so rarely that it's barely worth bothering. By the time you've got through that experience, your dog will have forgotten most of the stuff that they were taught the last time. So it's almost like you're teaching them from scratch each time. We need to practice this. We need to set this up. We need to recreate scenarios. We need to give ourselves the opportunity to be patient and take our time and really make it work. Everything that we're doing with our dog, whether it's answering the doorbell or passing a dog on the street or doing a recall, whatever it is, we put the time in when we don't need them to be able to do those things. We can practice and really make the most of that, so that when they come to a real life situation, they know exactly what they're doing and it will be so much easier for them. This doesn't just apply to those things, it applies to nearly all different kinds of behaviour. Whatever it is that you're working on, think about how you could break that down and recreate that and fake it in your world, in your life, so that you can practice it just a little bit each day. So when you really need them to be good at something, they already know what to do. Good luck. Take care for now. Bye-bye.